series. And Rowdy, as I mentioned right before the competition began, good to see you as always, but better to see Michael Phelps out on the deck getting ready. The reigning Olympic champion in this event, and you could say that for a lot of events, almost half of them. An unbelievable Olympic champion, already possessor of 16 Olympic medals, 14 of those gold. And who will ever forget a perfect 8 for 8? Narrowly, but it was 8 for 8 in Beijing, and you were there to see it all.
It was an amazing, perfect storm for Michael Phelps, and for that matter for the United States. When you think day after day what he did, winning the 100 fly by 1/100th of a second, goggles filling up with water in the 200 fly, the amazing relay anchor by Jason Lezak to pull that one out of the hat. It was an incredible, incredible Olympic Games.
Down in lane 1 out of Florida State University, Matteo D'Angulo. Next to him from Canada in lane 2 will be Colin Russell. And part of the distinguished Olympic championship field, the gold medalist in 1500 meters, Mellouli from Tunisia, training in the United States in Southern California. And needing no further introduction, Michael Phelps will be in lane 4, the fastest qualifier. The world has certainly changed. Michael Phelps comes along in this media era, and the exposure that he has gotten and still training like no other, and headed towards the World Championships in Shanghai. Dominik Meichtry from Switzerland will be in lane 5. He qualified in 1:50.01. Michael Klee in lane 6 from Fast California. Fast Swim Club, if you will. Tobias Orawal will be in lane 7 from Canada. 25-year-old from Toronto. Competed in the 2008 Olympics, was 15th in the 200-meter backstroke. And at the top of the screen, Ryan LOCHTE. There is Mellouli. How could we ever miss him?
Yeah, if there's a dark horse in this race, it's got to be Oos. He's more known, obviously, as a distance swimmer, but he was 147 flat at the Grand Prix just a couple of weeks ago. He goes 47 flat again. I think he's going to beat Michael Phelps.
Fair start. Phelps in lane 4. Meichtry in lane 5. Mellouli, just mentioned, in lane 3. Fastest time in the world this year.
Michael just got back from altitude training. He loves to do that. He goes there a couple times a year to Colorado Springs at the Olympic Training Center and spends about 2 or 3 weeks up there. His legs are much more fit. He's much more focused, I think, in 2011. But, you know, Michael doesn't have anything to prove, Paul. He really doesn't. If you think about it, I mean, why would he care about how fast he swam in 2010? His legacy is special. Well, he is special, but he's special when it comes to the Olympic Games, and that's what everybody is pointing for, and that's what he's pointing for. He will be very special next summer in London, I promise. He's not going to win 8 gold medals because he's not going to swim 8 events, but he will be special.
Phelps in the middle of the pool, top turns at 51.85. He qualified in 1:49.63, fastest time in the world by France's Yannick Angel at 1:46.55.
You see him up there, right there in lane number 4, looking pretty good. Now, Mellouli, remember, he's got great closing speed. Michael knows that. He knows he's going to be able to come home that last 25. He'd like to have about a half body length on Mellouli right there at the very end. Watch him come off this wall, watch him underwater. He stays underwater. Mellouli pops up right there, but Michael is still underneath the water. Now, if he can hang on to that without going into oxygen debt, that really tells me a lot about how Michael's come back and really gotten into his training. He's looking very good right now. He's breathing to his right, though, so he doesn't see Mellouli. And Mellouli, look at him. He's actually extending the lead.
Mellouli coming on in lane 3, but Michael Phelps now with half a body length lead, and Phelps is going to win it. But give Mellouli a lot of credit.
Oh!
He really pushed Michael Phelps almost a dead heat through 150 meters.
Hello.
That was a strong, strong race during the course of intense training as well.
Hello. Can you say, I'm back?
1:46.27.
Unbelievable.
That's the fastest time in the world this year.
Fastest time in the world this year. I did not think Michael Phelps was going to go that fast. That was an incredible swim. There's that smile we haven't seen on Michael for a while. That was just a thing of beauty. And the thing I really liked was what he did underneath the water. Watch this. He's got that white cap right there as he goes into the wall here. Watch him come off the wall. This is what's really impressed me. He comes back and he goes deeper, a lot deeper than he has been over the last 16, 18 months. And he gets so much out of that kick. That's what I was so impressed with when we were talking to him earlier about what he was doing in Colorado Springs. He was able to do a lot of great training with those legs. He was able to kick. He was doing some 50s where he was going 26, 27, 50-yard kicks. Unbelievable with his kick. This guy's back, I'm telling you.
Michael Phelps and Mellouli, almost a dead heat after 150 meters, but that great turn and super finish makes Michael Phelps the winner in the men's 200-meter freestyle. And of course, we will see him later in the 100-meter butterfly, and Phelps visiting with his longtime coach, Bob Bowman.
And you notice that Bob gave him a quick pat on the back, and that just means that Bob's happy with that. I think he just has to be thrilled with that race and that swim.
And here are the full results. Phelps, Mellouli, Meichtry gets in for third. Ryan LOCHTE was the 8th qualifier, but finishers 4th. And KLUEH, D'Angulo, Orawall, and Colin Russell. Again, more from Michael Phelps later on. And we'll get to the breaststroke when we come back to Indianapolis.